let me tell you why this is so hilarious. So I'm going to drop this link for you right now. This is Andrea. She does a YouTube channel. I'll drop this for you. So this is a bunch of anti-vaxxers who are protesting in front of, it looks like the man's Chinese. Is it still, or is it called the Grauman's Chinese now? It used to be called the man's Chinese. I don't know what it's called. But it's literally around the corner from the high school I went to, right? So when I was ditching school in high school, that's where I was hanging out, right? And basically what you see in this clip is that there is an anti-vax protest in front of it looks like the man's Chinese, in which they're saying that because there's homeless people who still exist, therefore we're not really in a pandemic. And look, they wouldn't exist if they, and a homeless dude yells, "It's because I'm vaccinated, dumbass." I can't even with you guys. Here's what they don't know. These fools, first of all, these people are probably not even, they probably don't even live in Los Angeles. Let's be real. They probably don't even live in Los Angeles. They're coming in from redder parts of the neighboring areas. They might even be getting bussed in from Arizona, because we did have that happen in 2018 when we were all doing, or 2017, 2018, when Kevin De Leon introduced the legislation to create sanctuary cities. We had people going to all the city councils around Orange County to get the city councils to join with an amicus brief, a lawsuit that the Board of Supervisors were going to wage against Kevin De Leon and the state of California for putting the sanctuary city law in place. And it was really just a GOP fucking performative piece of bullshit. But a lot of those motherfuckers were getting bussed in from Arizona. And that's because, you know, they keep trying to make it out like they have more people on their side than they really do. They don't have that many people. It's not a huge protest, by the way. If you look at this link, it's not huge. But the homeless dude, it cracks me up, because I did used to, when I was going to Hollywood High, me and my friends, we used to ditch quite a bit. So we were well aware of the homeless people who were on Hollywood Boulevard. And I'll tell you straight up, they get a lot of money every day because they're practically celebrities, right? They are the ones who are over by the man's Chinese and by that touristy area. They come up with complete themes and stuff. For like, one of them was the button lady. Like they come up with themes, and they get donations every single day. So no, it's not impossible for these people to figure out how to go get vaccinated and save their lives. They're hella smarter than you think they are. They're hella smarter than you think they are. But that's so funny to me. What the hell? Come on. Oh, somebody's trying to contact me over LinkedIn. They're hella smarter than you think they are. And they actually have chosen, they're making some pretty good money with the donations that they get, because of the various themes and stuff that they come up with and ways that they have figured out how to do the panhandling in such a way that they probably make about $400 a day, at least. Maybe not so much during the pandemic, because like less people are out, but they're not doing terrible. And some of them might not even actually be homeless, to be real with you. But a lot of them probably are. And it's in that particular area of town, that is the lifestyle they chose. There are actually homeless people who want to live out in the open. One of I can tell you straight up, one of them lived down here in San Clemente for a long time. He was a good looking dude too. The funny thing is, okay, so this dude, I don't remember his name, but he actually showed up to Saddleback College while I was taking drama there. He kept coming to the classes, and our teacher was, every week she was like really weird and uncomfortable about the situation. She would say, okay, I'm going to call roll, and you need to, if you have a pink slip to enter this class because you didn't enter during the registration process, you need to present that to me. After about 4 weeks of this guy showing up to our class every week, she finally had a conversation with him and told him he couldn't come anymore because apparently he never paid for the class, right? Dude had really crystal clear blue eyes, curly brown hair. He's got some sort of hobo name too. Like he has like a hobo name. But this is the life that he chose. He chose that he wants to live this way. And I ran into him again a few years later when we did a Cub Scout camping trip at the campground down near Camp Pendleton by San Onofre. And he literally walked through my campsite. And I was like, oh my God, I know that guy. That guy. And then years later, okay, so that was like 2004 or 2005 or something. And then I moved to Virginia. I come back. I am now living in Aliso Viejo. My son, as a teenager in high school, described this very interesting homeless man that he met, and he described him, and it was him. It was the same dude. It was the same dude. So, yes, we do have a crisis of a homeless situation, but there are certain people who actually have chosen the lifestyle, and they can make a pretty penny doing it because some of them have figured out a theme that they can somehow get money out of this, and they just want to live out in the open. And so but most of them, I would say that the majority of people who are homeless are there because they've fallen on hard times and they have some hard circumstances, but not everyone is. And when you think about like the ones that are on Hollywood Boulevard, those folks have figured out how to make money. They know what they're doing. But that's so hilarious. So these protesters clearly are from out of town. They don't know what they're dealing with. They're trying to create some sort of narrative that, oh, well, obviously, if the homeless aren't dying, then there's no pandemic. And they have no idea what kind of homeless people they're dealing with. They have no clue what type of homeless people they're dealing with when the people on Hollywood Boulevard, I mean, like I said, those homeless people know what the fuck they're doing because they're on the boulevard every day for the purpose of panhandling and making, that's their income. That's their income. They know what they're doing. The ones who don't know what they're doing are living like on the LA River. The ones who don't know what they're doing are living in Skid Row. They're not on Hollywood Boulevard. The ones who are dealing with true mental illness or hard circumstances, or they were in a domestic violence situation and had to escape, or they got kicked out of their house because their families were insensitive to LGBTQ, whatever, or, sober living home situations where they ran out of money and got evicted. Those folks they already have like so many issues going on that they're not thinking about how to capitalize on homelessness. The ones who show up to Hollywood Boulevard have figured out how to capitalize on homelessness. Okay? It's totally different crowd. Totally different crowd. And I know this for a fucking fact because I went to Hollywood High and I used to ditch all the time. Me and my friends had conversations with these folks like every fucking day.